It's your boy Nullified, and today I am going to be making a video on how to get Lullaby. So if you don't know, I posted a poll on my Discord server on which route I should do next, and Lullaby won! Anyways, like and subscribe, anyways, let's get straight into it. You're gonna want to come over to the submarine shipwright at Abyssal Zenith, because we have to go to Hawaii. So, what you want to do is you want to come over until you get to the anglerfish area. Get to the anglerfish area, you're just going to want to die to one of the anglerfish real quick, then you'll be set to spawn. Then, you want to make sure no anglerfish are coming, and then you want to go in this hole on the second tube after you get caught. And boom, you're going to be in Hawaii, where you can claim the quests. So, you're gonna talk to Simon. And once you talk to Simon, he's gonna give you a quest. And I'm gonna tell you how to do that quest. So, you're going to want to head to Atlantis, and immediately go to the sunken trial area. Once you get to the sunken trial area, you're gonna have to equip the Thalassar's Ruin Rod. Because you need to get a forgotten celestial koi. So, you fish here with Thalassar's Rune. And when the fish that floats above is a celestial koi, that's pretty much, you're gonna want to stall until the fish disappears. And then, once the fish disappears, you can just catch the fish. And then, boom, you'll have a forgotten celestial koi. There is a chance for it to be Ocean's Ruin, so if it's Ocean's Ruin, you're gonna have to do it all over again. Anyways, you catch the fish. As you can see, I got the Forgotten Mutation on the Atlantean Alchemist. You just stall until you get Celestial Koi. You want to go to Sunstone Islands, holding out your fish. Come to this island, hold out your fish here, and the quest will be completed. To Boreal Pines for a very important reason. Once you enter Boreal Pines, you're going to want to find 3 different locations to insert the fish. So, you're going to want to come to the middle here, and you want to make your way up there using the Velocity Koi or something. You have to get up there. Here during a foggy night, there will be a ghost. You are going to want to give him your lunar moonstone. Go to this large docks area. You're going to want to go past these trees. And over here, during a foggy night, if you hold out your translucent baby bluefish, you can turn it in. And that part of the quest will be complete. Campfire with this cushion here next to the glider item. Once you're here, you can climb up this area. And this guy will want the Serene Ancient Depth Serpent. Remember, it has to be a foggy night and you have to be floating it out for them to appear. So right around here, the guy will want the Serene Ancient Depth Serpent. And you turn that in. The next quest is going to be catch 7 sparkling or shiny blessed flying fish. Perfect catch, by the way. So, to do this, you're going to want to head to above the clouds. And once you head to above the clouds, you're going to fish with the Seraphic Rod. Seraphic Rod. And I would recommend using Blessed and Glittered enchant, because you used to need long enchant, but you don't anymore. Light of the Luminous is highly recommended. If you don't have Light of the Luminous, Shiny Swords is not highly recommended, but it will still help a lot. Like, see, one person fishing here already. Anyways, let's go back to our next quest. I'm in again after the 3rd quest. You're going to want to come down to the Hades lair. Equip the Styx lantern so you can see. Anyways, you're going to want to go into the maze. And then, once you come to the maze, you're going to want to hug this wall. Use Velocity Coil and hug this wall till you see a platform. Perfect. Then, you're going to want to go to the end of this platform, then start gliding. you just want to glide to the end here. You're gonna see a ghost called Lost Soul. Anyways, he's gonna give you a quest that says see things from my view. Anyways, to complete that quest, you're gonna just head to this sunken trial again. To this part, you're gonna have to catch 12 lost twilight glowfish. Perfect catch, by the way. So how that works is, you wanna equip the lost rod. I recommend using Herculean or Brazilian enchant. And you're just gonna want to fish till it says the lost echoes scream your name. And it says lost echoes scream your name right here. Then you're just gonna wanna cast your rod, catch the fish, then boom, it'll give you lost mutation. It has to be the twilight glowfish from this area. Anyways, head back to Simon. The ghost to claim your quest. Before you can talk to Simon, you actually have to come over and make a time machine. To make the time machine, you're going to want to go over to Roslet Bay to Dr. Crookspine. So you want to take your boat and go to the laboratory beside Roslet Bay. Once you get to the top, you're going to come to Dr. Crookspine and you're going to need to say him, I need to craft a time machine. And he's going to give you a quest. To get the 15 purified broken gears, you're going to have to go to the Zeus area of the Wrath of Olympus and put Insight Enchant on your Zeus rod so you don't take any damage, and then you get to fish there until you get purified broken gears. The next thing you need is 35 iron chunks. To get iron chunks, you just have to go to the mine shaft. Once you get to the mine shaft, there you can just catch them. Then you need 10 gold pieces. You can also obtain these from the mine shaft. Just favorite them so you don't accidentally sell them. Then you're gonna need a celestial radiant crystal. This is also at the mine shaft. When fishing with celestial rod, you have to catch the mythic radiant crystal. Then you are going to need a lunar rocket fuel. You can just appraise rocket fuel for lunar mutation, or you can catch it. And then you're going to need a frozen glacial fragment. You just have to go to the snow burrow, catch a glacial fragment, and appraise it. Now notice, these are obtain quests, not catch and return. Obtain. So you can even trade for these if you don't just feel like catching all the fish. Anyways, you can talk to Simon to get your 5th quest after this. A cavern in Desolate Deep. Once you go there, you're going to want to equip the Rod of the Forgotten Fang, which you craft from the ancient archives. Anyways, once you get the Rod of the Forgotten Fang, you're going to want to have to catch a tidal, colossal, ethereal dragon. Once you catch the tidal, colossal, ethereal dragon, you're going to want to come and follow my lead. Now, you're going to want to come down to the Desolate Deep, and instead of taking the normal path to get to the area where you catch fish, you're going to take the left path and go through an area. Let's see here. Walk through this cracked area. Then during the foggy night, the ghost will be here. And you want to give him the tidal, colossal ethereal dragon you just caught. Once you give him that, he's going to want a lucid mythic fish. You can get lucid mutation from lucid rod. Once you give that to him, you're going to want to give him $12 million. This is necessary. And once you pay him the $12 million, you can go back and talk to Simon again. So once you talk to Simon again, you will get the La Grande Finale quest. To do this, you have to catch an albino, magician, or normal narwhal. It has to be perfect catch. I recommend using Noir Enchant on a rod, so you can get guaranteed albino or darken. You need albino though, so be careful. Then you're going to need a mythical or rainbow cluster or rainbow ancient kraken. Mythical is the easiest, especially if you have a friend with the prismatic buff for Lullaby. And last but not least, you need to catch a harmonized blue whale or harmonized Moby using the Pinion Zaria rod. If you don't have Pinion Zaria rod, you can go check out my other video that has a full-on tutorial on how to get the Pinion Zaria rod. Anyways, once you do this, you're gonna pay Simon 50 million bucks and finally get restricted Lullaby. And then talk to him again to get your last quest before unrestricted Lullaby. So you can't fish with the restricted Lullaby. It says you can only fish during hunts. Well, during any hunt, you're gonna get the Lullaby. You're gonna want to perfect catch a fish while perfectly clicking the metronome. So you notice how when you click for a fish to move your bar to get a fish? Well, you're gonna want to perfectly hit every metronome while catching a hogfish, and it has to be perfect catch. So you notice how if I mess up, like I hit the sideline, the metronome's not perfect, it does not work. So you have to hit the metronome perfect like this. Instead of doing this, find your metronome folks. Like this. Anyways, you're gonna have to catch 6 huntfish while also having resistant buff for 5 minutes straight. So you're gonna want to, the more times you hit the metronome, the more time you get on your resistant buff. So you want to get to at least 5 minutes, and then just let it run, and you can get that. Anyways, then you have to pay Simon $50 million, and you will get the unrestricted Lullaby. But hold on, we're not done. That's from Simon for 3 different buffs. The first one we're going to do is Fortuitous Harmony. You're going to want to perfect catch a rainbow cluster or mythical crystallized sea dragon in the calm zone. Once you do that, you talk to Simon again, and you'll get the Fortuitous Harmony buff. Do Quickening Symphony. For this, you are going to have to get the Zeus rod, which you used earlier, to get Time Machine, Purified Broken Gears. And you're going to need to get an Electric Shock Void Glow Ghost Fish from the Abyssal Zenith, legendary, and then a Electric Shock Anglerfish. You can get the Anglerfish from fishing in the ocean, which is highly unrecommended, or during a cursed storm. If you turn on your VFX and accessibilities, you can see a fishing area, and you can catch it easier there. Melody. The Strengthening Melody quest is pretty easy. You're going to want to catch 12 broken arrows from the Apollo Song of Light area, and then you're going to want to use the Apollo Sunshot rod, go to above the clouds, and catch a sunlit harmonic dove. And that's how you get Strengthening Melody. Simon, you're going to look at the moon. You're going to want to go to your inventory and search up lunar. You're going to need a lunar fish, preferably small. You're going to pull out the lunar fish and try to align it with the moon. So, like this bait crate. Once you align that, your fish will disappear, so be careful on what fish you choose if you want to keep your fish. Then, you'll zoom into the moon, and the Hawaii song will start playing. Once you look over, you will see yourself sitting in Simon's position. If you jump, you're out of the chair. Simon will disappear, but don't worry. Once you get the next buff, he will be back. Now you're going to need to get the Lullaby Mastery. So the first quest you're going to need to do is All for Nothing at All. So to get this, you have to have all the buffs, not including Serenity, for 3 minutes. They have to be all simultaneously running for 3 minutes at the same time. Then next is the Climb. You're going to want to catch 20 prismatic fish during a starfall at the Abyssal Zenith. And then the Collection, the hardest one, is catch a prismatic harmonic dove. Favorite it. All these fish you're gonna want to favorite. Prismatic harmonic dove, prismatic ancient depth serpent, prismatic mythic fish, rainbow void glow ghost fish, rainbow ancient kraken, and rainbow anglerfish. Not rainbow cluster, just in case that's what you think. And it can't be mythical either. Once you get all these fish, You're going to want to hold them out and click them each while you're at above the clouds. You have to have all the mastery done, by the way. So you have to collect all the mastery. You're going to want to hold out each fish and just click it. Like, just grab it, click, grab it, click, grab it, click, grab it, click. Then you should see a portal open up. This leads to heaven. So you jump in the portal. Then you are in heaven. You're going to want to climb up the stairs. Make it faster, you can use velocity coil. Then you're going to want to walk up here. You're going to see your lullaby rod. Poof. Once you see the lullaby rod, poof, you're going to be set back at your spawn point. With the serene hymn mode, if you come here and collect true ascension. Then, this is all for the video. You have now unlocked all the lullaby's true potential, and you can now help others get lullaby, or just chill with it. The best enchants are either Herculean and Invincible, or Herculean and Cryogenic, in my opinion. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please consider liking and subscribing, and goodbye.